Hey guys, it's time for another Naruto debunk video.
Yeah guys, so essentially, as always, we have to mention this again. We're not encyclopedias, we're not going to remember everything about this show from the top of our head.
Look, we got like only 3 years worth of knowledge, that's it man. Time's fly, innit? We can forget a lot of things.
3 years? What are you talking about? We've been watching Naruto for 16 years.
No, I'm talking about the new Shippuden, the new Boruto, innit? Nothing about that shit.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, we've done the channel for technically only 3 years, innit?
It's been 5 years.
Shit man, am I that old?
Yeah,
how old am I?
We're old.
Oh my god!
Screenrant did a list called 20 things about Jiraiya that makes no sense. And let's try and figure this stuff out. It's the legendary woman Stephanie more cute.
Oh, that's from the last one!
Alright, number 20, his friendship with Orochimaru. Throughout Naruto, there is a heavy emphasis on the line between rival and friend. Most of these relationships exist out of the camaraderie. Hopefully I pronounced that right. You know what I mean?
I think you did it right.
Yeah, or the drive that each person has to get better than the other. Jiraiya has a similar relationship in Orochimaru. However, only the rival aspect of the relationship makes sense. Friendship, much less. Incorrect. Orochimaru nevertheless get along with other kids and often kept to himself. Jiraiya, conversely, was a boisterous troublemaker. Though they learned to work as a team, they never saw quite eye to eye. This is best shown in their opinions on the orphans. Orochimaru preferred mercifully ending their lives, while Jiraiya chose to care for himself. Jiraiya and Orochimaru never really had anything connecting them other than that them being Sonic.
I don't know.
Whoa! That's a saucy one!
I don't... Wait, how's that... Again, why do you say that's a plot hole? Secondly...
no, they're saying it makes no sense that they're friends. Well... No,
they were together for like how long now? They fought. If you fight with anyone, if you fight with anyone, no matter where they're from, whatever background they're from, whatever mindset they have, if you battle with them, they become your nakama, their brother.
When you're a life and death situation, nothing matters.
Yeah. Also,
another reason, this excuse is stupid. Listen, even when we go work as full-time jobs, there's obviously you work as a team, and there's people you don't get along with. You probably don't have the same ideals, different political belief, but you still call them your colleague.
Yeah.
You still work together. You still
maybe you can't. Maybe I think saying a best friend is a stretch, but they were friends. They were nakamas. They were acquaintances. They were war buddies. Like they participated in a war together and they had each other's back.
Pupils.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like think about it like this. Imagine someone you depend on Orochimaru to save you. There's many times that you're gonna die and this man saved my life.
And also, having a different moral compass doesn't stop you from it making sense. Because me and you sometimes have different ideals. Like she's saying, in this situation where they wanted to kill the orphans, Jiraiya wanted to save them, Orochimaru didn't. That doesn't mean that they weren't friends and it doesn't make sense. That's a stupid thing to say. That just means they had different moral compass.
I think another aspect is look at Sasuke and Naruto, for instance. Like they are considered as the epitome of friendship in whole of anime, right? But look how they behave in the beginning. They're total opposites. They lived a similar lifestyle, but one reacted in a dark, a savage way. One reacts in a, believe it, I'm gonna change my life. His negligence is caring for his godson. Jiraiya was very aware that Minato and Kushina named their son after his novel protagonist, making him the godfather. When the two passed, instead of coming to care for Naruto, Jiraiya stayed away. Though he did have his prophetic mission, Jiraiya also believed very much in loyalty to those he loved. Settling down in Konoha with Naruto would not fit his lifestyle, but it's nonsensical that he never tried to build a life with Naruto. You know what, I agree with that in some sense. He could have easily brought the child on his journey, or if traveling with a baby concerned him, he could have at least provided for Naruto and visited him often to check on him. Naruto would have had someone looking out for him instead of being a lone orphan in an apartment. Jiraiya, regardless of the prophecy, doesn't seem a man to abandon a helpless baby. This is a very dark perspective of Naruto that you can think about, but what's it called, Naruto wasn't all alone though. He had the third Hokage, because the third Hokage said I will look after Naruto, and he was doing that. The issue is why didn't Jiraiya introduce himself to Naruto as his godfather
a lot sooner? Yeah, that's good.
No, but do you know what, this is my answer. It goes back to the fact that they didn't really want Naruto to know about his past. They didn't want Naruto to know about, the fourth Hokage was his father and how he died and all of this mystery, because it would have been too much for a kid, let alone, you know, like he had so much going on. The village hated him as it is, and then giving him, you know, these information which is already S rank information. Yeah,
it's forbidden.
No
one was allowed to know the truth.
Yeah, and Jiraiya, I guess the theme in Naruto is that orphanage. I mean,
you're right.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. So you're saying if Jiraiya revealed that he was his godfather and looked after
him about his father,
then everyone would figure out that Naruto is the Nine Tails and he's the fourth Hokage's son.
Yeah, it goes back to that. And also, I mean, there's also the point that I think there's a theme in Naruto about orphans where, you know, it's quite normal to lose your father.
Loneliness.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking Naruto, the universe of Naruto and the ninja world, it's quite normal to be fatherless or motherless. I think it is quite normal because they were before like Naruto became Hokage, they were in the constant state of war and skirmish happens left, right, center. So it's not really like far-fetched to be left alone. And Jiraiya's like, yeah, he can fend for himself. I need to do my own shit. Yeah, I don't think that's far-fetched. I mean, yeah, anyway.
Alright, but she did. Okay, this is one fact and point that
I give it.
He's womanizing. Despite his honor, abilities, and dedication to Tsunade, Jiraiya is one of the most creepy men in all of Naruto. Creepy? What are you talking about? He's the most funniest guy.
Hey.
Alright, he's always peeping in on women and giving unwanted advances. Though it became an integral part of his personality, it doesn't actually make him much sense for him to do this. His main goal is to be the best teacher he can be. This side of his personality has greatly harmed his teaching, but also it should be something he tries to do less of. After all, he nearly lost Naruto because he got distracted by an attractive woman. Instead of being funny for such a serious warrior to be so creepy, these actions hinder his ultimate goal. Jiraiya didn't let the love of his life get in the way of his goal. Why would he let being a creep do it?
This is stupid. This is the dumbest thing ever.
Stephanie's getting in her feelings now.
Look,
she has a thing for Jiraiya herself.
There's not really a point actually. I tell you why. Jiraiya and many characters when they're old, they have the how do you say it? I mean, firstly, he writes novels, right? And his novel, his research, everything is about erotica.
It's a bit etchy.
Yeah, it's a bit etchy. It's about erotica, right? So he's gonna do all of these creepy things. That's his character. That's what the field he's going into.
And they established that he was like that since he was 12.
Yeah.
When he was with Tsunade, and he had a crush on Tsunade.
He just that's his personality. It doesn't mean that takes anything away from him. It doesn't take away from his teaching ability. It doesn't take away his love for Tsunade. His love for Tsunade wasn't just the fact that I like her, because he's etchy. He has this type of pervert mindset. Also, he had genuine love for her.
Sorry, I'll cut you off.
No, go for it.
But also, what she's saying also doesn't make sense because just because he declared that he has love for Tsunade, are you trying to say that a man is not allowed to move on when he's been rejected? Because he got rejected.
No, but Jiraiya wouldn't move on. Let's be honest. Remember that.
No, but let me explain. Look, Tsunade rejected him so many times. Yeah, she even slept with Dan. They became lovers. Supposedly had a kid, we done troll video we did,
yeah.
So you're saying Jiraiya's not allowed to get any of that other pum? You're telling me he's not allowed to move on and fall in love again? This is bullshit.
His absence at the third Hokage's funeral.
What? That was a big one, I'm not gonna lie.
Hiruzen was the third Hokage and the teacher of the legendary Sannin, a powerful ninja trio that included Jiraiya himself. As Hokage, Hiruzen was protective, dedicated and kind. He had wanted Jiraiya to be Hokage, but he always refused. Despite this, they were always close. When Orochimaru infiltrates and attacks Konoha during their Chunin exams, he has a one-on-one battle with the mad scientist and loses his life protecting the village. Though Jiraiya is a private man, the fact that he didn't attend Hiruzen's subsequent funeral doesn't make sense. How do you know for certain he wasn't there, like hiding behind the corners?
She's saying that this doesn't make sense, but then why wasn't Tsunade there then? You can say that too. He's probably at the brothel.
Yeah.
he's probably getting some,
This place makes me think of the mistakes I've made in the past, and I've made so many of them.
How he convinced Naruto not to follow Sasuke.
When Sasuke left to join Orochimaru, Naruto was very determined to track him down and bring him back. Jiraiya is very lucky that he was able to convince Naruto to train with him instead, after saying Sasuke wasn't worth fighting for. After all, regardless of what Sasuke does, Naruto always remains very loyal to him. By telling Naruto that Sasuke wasn't worth the trouble, just like Orochimaru, Jiraiya could have risked being able to train Naruto by offending him. What? Shut up. Naruto easily... Sorry, I got offended there. I don't know why I reacted like that. I'm sorry. Anyway, Naruto easily could have been very very hot-headedly. Now you guys know how hard it is for us to voice the videos.
No, because she said hot twice. Hot-headedly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what messed me up. Jiraiya was lucky that Naruto at this moment valued training to save Sasuke over his devotion to Uchiha. Stephanie, I don't know what you're saying, but Stephanie, you missed Stephanie. I don't know what you're saying. It's like you're saying is people can't have different opinions, and like. He must be some like SJW, something like people can't have different opinions and it doesn't mean that they can get along or something like. No, what she's saying they're not allowed to communicate their ideas.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna give it to Stephanie. I kind of understand where she's coming from actually. Honestly, I do understand where she's coming from. She's just saying that Naruto, being told that leave your friend behind and don't worry, he's just like Orochimaru. I went through this problem, it's fine. Being told that in that position, it can be kind of like daunting. I'm not gonna lie, when someone tells me how to live my life and tell me not to care about this person, because they're not worth your time, I mean, they don't know what my relationship is with that person, and them to tell me how I should feel or how I should ignore it, it's not. I mean, I would get upset as well, but. Let's be honest now, Jiraiya and Naruto, their relationship was beyond that. Jiraiya taught him how to do Rasengan. It's like there was a bigger bond. It was a bigger bond. Naruto would always respect him and look up to him. So I think if anyone could tell him that, it is Jiraiya.
And also, this is what you call character development. By Jiraiya telling Naruto, that shows that Jiraiya cares for him, he loves him, he doesn't want him to get hurt just like he did. And his character development for Naruto, because it shows us that he has an unmovable drive, he has a will to save his friend no matter what anyone says.
Exactly.
That's what you call, that's progressing the story. His appearance, oh my god, she's going to talk about, why does he have a spot on his nose?
During Naruto, oh my god, it's true, he does. Okay, during Naruto, it's discovered that many older ninjas use some of the chakra to maintain a younger appearance. Tsunade and Orochimaru do this, making them look more in their 30s, not their 50s. Jiraiya, though, doesn't use this tactic. He simply lets his body look its natural age. However, this is complicated by the fact that for a man in his 50s, Jiraiya looks quite youthful.
This is stupid, man.
Look, people look young, dude. A lot of people a lot of people age differently. If you smoke or you do a lot of drugs, you're gonna look proper old when you're like 30 years old. If you stay home, look at these guys are ninjas, man.
What? Maybe Jiraiya just looks young when he's older. This is such a stupid thing. Anyway, whatever. Number 14, when he writes his novels. Ever since the Second Shinobi War, Jiraiya has been traveling and trying to find his child of prophecy that he's meant to train. On the way, he's trained many other students, helped other villages, and generally been a heroic ninja. However, supposedly Jiraiya has also found time during all this to write several novels. She's gonna say, how did he have the time to write the novels when it's like you can't have multiple hobbies.
Last minute, really.
Though he's a hard-working man, it's hard to imagine that he's had time to create well-written. Oh my god, that's what she literally said. Look. Oh shit, sorry. Or even crazier, where he wrote them. After all, most of his travels were on the road. Did he ever buy paper and did he ever buy paper and want to write something down? I can't even say it. I can't even say it without taking it seriously. Oh my god, did she just? Oh my god, this.
Hey, can we clarify something? You know this whole concept about he's traveling to.
How did he buy paper?
No. But
how did he buy paper and a pen, Yusuf?
Man, he was using leaves, isn't it? He was using leaves. He had a lot of scrolls in his back. What do you think that was for?
He used the chakra of his finger.
I know this whole concept about he was trying to find the child of prophecy, right? Like this. I don't think he wasn't
seeking it out to that level.
Yeah, he was actually on a journey to look. His writing his novel was actually one of his primary motives.
He was seeking out the child of prophecy, but it was just something that just came to him. Because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it?
Exactly. Teaching Naruto the Rasengan. Jiraiya always was a bit of a mysterious man. But one of the strangest things he did was teach a young kid like Naruto such a powerful move like the Rasengan. Okay. The rationale was that it was a strong move that he could use against Sasuke's Chidori, but Sasuke likely never should have learned that so early either.
Why is she saying that?
I don't think you understand Naruto, the world of Naruto. These guys went in war at age of 10, man. Why are you worried about this someone learning a dangerous move?
What the hell are you talking about?
If his end goal was to convince Naruto to be his student, Naruto was already interested. He could have taught such a powerful move with time instead of to force it on.
This is just
what is going on?
This is is making. I'm getting upset now. I'm joking.
I don't even understand this one, dude. That makes no sense.
She's a troll. I think Stephanie is a troll. She's getting paid to do this.
Oh my gosh.
She's getting paid for this. I love it though. She's a troll. She's a good troll. He's promised to end Tsunade's life. When Jiraiya and Naruto go hunting for Tsunade, they find her in an inn and talks with Orochimaru. Understandably, this raised alarm bells. Jiraiya promised Tsunade that if she was doing anything to harm Konoha, he would destroy her. Though he loved her, this kind of dedication to protect Konoha made sense. It wasn't the threat that was senseless, it was how quickly he rushed to the threat. Jiraiya had been in love with Tsunade all his life, so it hardly makes sense for him to go straight to threatening her life before finding out what's really going on. What do you mean, man? I think he did that out of love, man.
He said it as a warning, didn't say kill her, I'll destroy you if you mess with Konoha. Yeah. But
he was just trying to look out for her. That's
look, man, I think that's what you're picking out one statement Jiraiya made and saying that's a flaw.
Yeah, hey, she deletes the context behind the things that happen.
Listen, I don't get where you're coming from. No, he basically just said to Tsunade, listen, you are the best person to become Hokage, yeah, and become Hokage, but take it seriously. That's what he's trying to say. Yeah. How is it so hard to understand that?
Jiraiya's unwillingness to train Naruto. Jiraiya's main goal is to find the Trials of Prophecy, train them and help save the world. One of the children he once fought was the savior was Naruto's father, Minato Namikaze. It's fair to guess that his son might be fairly powerful then and a possible candidate to be the child's savior. It's understandable that Naruto was a tad too overzealous, but this should have made it a great opportunity for Jiraiya to test a new possible Childhood of Prophecy. He seemed a bit short-sighted about the ridges on Naruto eagerly asked. But this is going back, she's making the same point that she made before.
Oh, I think she's trying to say why didn't he try to train him earlier?
Yeah, but she made that point in the last 2 points. We've already told her why that's not happened. For the next one.
I think that's kind of a far stretch, man, saying that, you know, just because your father was a...
sometimes the son isn't as brilliant as the father.
Yeah. I mean, I get where she's coming from though. Why didn't Jiraiya? Because if he had this own prophecy, this mission to find the Child of Prophecy, and Minato passed away.
But he might have been training other people that we haven't met yet.
Yeah, like Kashi Koji. Alright. It's a bit.
Imagine he trained Koji.
Imagine Kashi Koji is a legitimate child.
Imagine Jiraiya was trolling, and he was training bare people and he taught so many people.
Oh my gosh. Ability to will his heart into beating.
What?
To will his heart into beating. Let me read this. Naruto generally tries to be logical when it comes to destruction and life-ending situations, with the notable exception of Orochimaru and all his mad scientist dealings. However, at the end of his fight with Nagato, Jiraiya casually wills his heart into beating to write a final note to Konoha before passing on.
Well, that's what you call shown in anime. They all do that. We have a second wind. It's called a second wind. Even at the gym, I get that.
It is.
Where I feel stronger first moment.
You open the door and you...
Yeah, you open the gate. You enter the zone.
Indeed,
like Kuroko Basket.
But to be fair, this is actually more real than it's fake. Because if you go back in history, you realize that a lot of people before they die, they have immense power. They know, you know, before they die, they have so much power they can move a car. I don't know if you have this, because all of the bodies are shutting down here and they want to survive or they want to do one last thing. So their body goes into, you know, overpower mode, or, you know, like you said, zone. They go into the zone. Okay. All 3 of the legendary Sanins have deep connection with different animals. For Orochimaru, it's snakes. Tsunade has her slugs, and then Jiraiya, of course, has his iconic toads. Unlike the other 2, though, Jiraiya toads are highly intelligent, have a village of their own, and even speak the same language. What are you talking about, man? So the snake, we recently found out in Boruto, they have the snake palace.
Yeah,
they talk, they communicate. Yeah, and they communicate, they talk, they're intelligent beings. So, you know, Manda, when he was upset with Sasuke, he was in his genjutsu.
Yeah, and Manda talks to Sasuke.
Yeah, he tells him. Yeah, but anyway, while the great intelligence of the toad and the work with ninjas is fascinating, it's odd and doesn't make sense. Why don't the slugs and snakes have these What are you talking about? The snake can communicate with Orochimaru and other snake specialists.
But Sasuke talks to the snake.
Yeah, Sasuke was talking to Manda before he died.
And the slug talks to Tsunade all the time during the pain arc, and Sakura.
And recently,
she's talking to her ass.
His shoes.
She's talking to her ass.
Allow Stephanie.
Shoes? She's talking about his shoes. Don't make sense.
His jupples.
Yeah, he's got little flip flops on. It doesn't make sense. Why does he have flip flops on and he fights?
Samurai Jack, innit?
I know exactly.
Most of the time, the shinobi of Naruto are practical about their attire. After all, they have to be mobile, comfortable, and camouflaged. Unfortunately, many of the main characters of the show make the poor fashion choices anyways. Shut up, man. I like all the...
Oh, no, just forget it. Skip this one.
Okay, I just want
While they are outstanding and unique, they hardly seem comfortable and functional.
Have you seen Mugen from freaking Samurai Champloo? My man's wearing his Gita shoes. He's freaking catching those.
I know.
He's catching those swords with his.
This is trolling, man. And also, yeah, look, man, we can debunk this so easily. Yeah, their chakra control and balance is so much more insane than a normal human being. Yeah. They're walking on water, for God's sake.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They're climbing trees and shit. I'm pretty sure they can fight in those sandals, bro.
Avoiding telling Naruto about his abilities. To be honest though, I don't understand why didn't you tell him? Like he would have like what he did and the way he went through the process of communicating with Kurama was the best process you can be. Imagine he told him about his fox, he'll be hating it.
I think Naruto, if they told him the truth, Naruto would resent the whole village a bit more.
Yeah.
He'd be like, these guys ruined my life.
No, but he might resent the fox as well.
Kind of like what Gaara went through.
Yeah.
Naruto's the opposite of Gaara.
No, but I also think he would be resenting Kurama and he probably wouldn't have the relationship he built with him because he'd be like, Kurama was actually the way he got sealed in me. How did he get sealed in me? Oh, my father died. Oh, he killed my father. Oh, this piece of shit that's in me killed my father and the whole village. Oh, I understand now why I'm hated.
Yeah. But this way of it being a secret is Naruto gave Kurama the benefit of the doubt and became his friend and didn't see him as a negative person because he had a fresh slate. It's like when someone tells you, oh, that girl's a dick and she's a slut, and then you have this perception in your head already that this woman is like that, but she might not be like that.
It's true.
That's just one person that told you something about
100%.
someone. Anyway, people are obviously going to call us Naruto dick riders now. Because we are kind of defending it.
a bit too hard, you know. His hypocrisy about Orochimaru and Sasuke. Sasuke leaving Konoha is understandably traumatic experience for Naruto. Not only did his best friend beat him within inches of his life, but he also now gone down a dark path that may spell doom for Sasuke. Jiraiya quickly decides that Sasuke is just like Orochimaru, a lost hope. He spent years trying to get his friend back, but after all...
She's calling Jiraiya a hypocrite because he did chase after Orochimaru and part of him always held hope. But obviously, because Jiraiya's an old man and he has wisdom and he's trying to just bestow his wisdom on your past.
You generally think about your own past and how things are and you try to reapply it to the future. That's what history is all about. You know?
You don't want history to repeat itself, and that's not a saying.
You know what this reminds me of? You know when we started doing reviews, right, and we suddenly retract it in the future? Like, you know when we do that, that's because we have new information and more wisdom about things, and our opinion changes.
Yeah, your feelings and opinion change over time as you grow as a person. That's what you call growth, that's what you call becoming an adult, more mature, learning new things, man. That's what the journey of life is.
Yeah, what's the point of saying you're a hypocrite, No, it's not like that, man.
It's luck with him, and she's gonna be like, oh, what? You couldn't even get a girlfriend. Boss any nuts. That's what she's gonna say. What's she saying?
Jiraiya has a confusing relationship with a woman. He's romantic, he loves one particular woman, and he's an honorable warrior. However, he's also a creep. I don't know why I keep
my god, look, he's almost a creep and almost no woman showed any interest.
However, he's also a creep and almost no woman shows any interest in him. No matter how much his creepy moments warrant that, in the context of this universe, it doesn't make sense.
That's wrong though. Many women had an interest in him.
No, but
when he was writing his novel, the girl was like, "Yo, are we gonna go to bed and have?"
And he said, "Nah." He said, "Nah, I'm actually all about the novel lifestyle. Plus, I like Tsunade." Remember when he rejected that woman?
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think she's trying to say it in the context of the Naruto universe. It doesn't make sense. But that's not, as we just said, he did get kind of hit on a couple of times in his life.
He needs to sleep with women all the time.
Yeah, just because they don't show it. This is a kid's show, man. Let's be honest. We know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, after the second Shinobi War, Jiraiya felt immense guilt for his part in it. To redeem himself, he immediately became the teacher of 3 Ame orphans, Yahiko, Konan, and Nagato. Surprisingly, the 3 children showed a great promise as shinobis. Jiraiya even suspected that Nagato might be the child of prophecy, the one to save the world. However, only after 3 years, Jiraiya left him. His rationale was that he was pleased with the development.
So what was he supposed to do? Was he supposed to adopt 3 kids for the rest of his life? How does that not make sense?
No, this is actually...
The orphans were still children, but that's normal in Naruto that you're a kid. and you have to fend for yourself.
At that point, yeah, Jiraiya was actually...
He believed Nagato was the
Yeah,
child
he
of
was
prophecy,
certain.
so why would he leave him?
Yeah, why would he not take him back to his village?
Alright, good
He's an orphan. Not only that, he has... Like, why wouldn't you?
Alright, that's a good point. And okay, that's one point she got then.
Yeah. Okay, you read
She
this
got
one.
1 point there.
The one-sided love of... Oh, she was repeating herself now. The one-sided love story of Jiraiya and Tsunade added a softer side to Jiraiya, showing that there are more to him than him being a great warrior and a lover of a smart. However, Jiraiya's love for Tsunade persisting hardly makes any sense.
Why?
I don't know.
How can you determine that? How can you assume someone's emotions and feelings and brain activity?
It makes even less sense when considering there's not much reason for him to love her. Whoa, you can't say that.
How can you say that?
Look, when you fall in love with someone, yeah. Oh, okay, go.
But when you fall in love with someone, how can you determine if they're not in love anymore? What they feel?
And how can you say who deserves to be loved and who doesn't? Look at this. When they were children, Tsunade was hot-tempered, blunt, and had gambling problems. Like, who are you trying to say? Someone that has all those problems can't be.
Stephanie
can't be in
seems
love?
to be.
That's judgmental, man.
No. But that's why I'm getting upset with Stephanie, because she seems to be a troll and she seems to be a very judgmental person. But at the end of the day, I understand. You know, Stephanie's doing a job here. She's getting paid for it. Screenrant hired her. You know, but a little bit of it is triggering because you can tell she's not a fan. She's judgmental. She's trolling. She's spreading misinformation about dumb shit that doesn't. It just doesn't make any sense to any.
I think you know what?
fan.
If Stephanie,
Is this?
I think if what's her name? Stephanie.
Anyway,
I think she's just a normal person. She's just trying to just give her opinion about Naruto. Maybe she didn't script all of this. Maybe she has workers underneath her. Yeah, I don't know.
No, but obviously I don't want to come across like I want you to go flame her. This
yeah, no. Honestly, she's just giving her opinions, man.
I'm not.
She, most of this, what we said, all of our things that we're trying to debunk, maybe it was a bit too harsh, and maybe we were being too critical.
It's not too critical, man. It's not too harsh.
You don't think so?
What are you talking about? This is just nonsense. I'm actually kind of upset. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, this is just. I'm so.
To be fair, yeah, we wanted to debunk a good. Good.
I wanted to be entertained while doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's just the end of the video. If you have anything else you want us to react to, let us know and put in the comments or tweet us on Instagram, and we'll see you guys next time.